What's the quickest you've seen a situation completely flip on someone? I'm a high school teacher, and last week I watched the quietest kid in school get hauled away in handcuffs, Henry. Straight A's, never missed a day, the type who apologizes when other kids bump into him. The kid who stays after class to stack chairs, that same kid was arrested for selling friendship bracelets. The principal starts immediately. Henry, we have multiple witnesses saying you've been selling merchandise on school property without authorization during Kindness Week, no less. Henry just nods. Yes, sir, I sold friendship bracelets. How much money did you make? Henry pulls out a small envelope. $47. The principal's eyes narrow. You're admitting to running an unauthorized business on school grounds? Henry stays quiet. This is going on your permanent record. 3-day suspension, effective immediately. College admissions will see this. Henry's hands shake slightly, but he doesn't argue. The principal continues. We just spent $10,000 on a new mascot costume to promote school spirit the right way. We don't need students undermining that with unauthorized sales. I'm sitting there as union rep, watching this kid just take it. Something feels off. Henry, why were you selling bracelets? He shrugs. Just wanted to. That's when I noticed something. One of the confiscated bracelets has tiny beads that spell something. T1D. What does T1D mean? I ask. Henry goes pale. Nothing. Just random letters. The principal leans forward. Henry, I need the truth. Who bought these bracelets? Henry hands over a list. 23 names, each paid exactly $2. Why $2? The principal demands. Henry mumbles. It's what I calculated would work. The principal stands up. Calculated for what? Profit margins? That's when Henry's phone buzzes. A text preview shows on screen. Tell Henry thank you for covering my insulin this month. Umar's mom. I grab the phone before the principal sees it. Henry, who's Umar? His voice cracks. Nobody. A friend. The principal isn't satisfied. Every student on this list will be questioned. If you were running some kind of scheme, it wasn't a scheme. Henry interrupts. Can I just take my suspension and go? The principal shakes his head. Rules are rules. No exceptions. You should have thought about consequences before breaking school policy. He starts typing the suspension letter. This behavior is especially disappointing during Kindness Week when we're teaching students proper ways to help others. I pull up Henry's record on my tablet. Perfect attendance. Volunteers at tutoring center. No disciplinary actions. Then I check the buyer list again. One name stands out. Umar Edwards. I know Umar. He's missed a lot of school lately. Principal Williams, maybe we should investigate more before. He cuts me off. The investigation is complete. He admitted to unauthorized sales. The amount doesn't matter. The rule is clear. Henry speaks up. Sir, if someone needed help, what would be the proper way? The principal doesn't look up from typing. Submit a request to student council, who would coordinate with administration for approved fundraising. Henry nods. How long does that take? 6 to 8 weeks. What if someone needed help faster? The principal finally looks up, annoyed. That's not how we do things. We have protocols for a reason. I check Umar Edwards' attendance. He was hospitalized last week. Diabetic emergency. According to the nurse's notes, I show Henry my screen, asking silently if this is connected. His eyes fill with tears, but he stays silent. The principal prints the suspension letter. Your parents will be notified. You'll need to write an apology letter to the school community for violating our trust during Kindness Week. He hands Henry the letter. Any college that sees this will question your judgment and character. As Henry stands to leave, the principal adds, my own son goes to school here. He would never break rules, no matter the reason. That's called integrity. That's when Henry finally stops, turns around. His quiet voice cuts through the room like glass. You spent $10,000 on a mascot during Kindness Week while Umar was rationing insulin. I spent $47 keeping him alive. Which one of us misunderstands kindness? The principal's face goes red. That's completely different. We have proper channels. 6 to 8 weeks, Henry says. Umar didn't have 6 to 8 weeks. He had 3 days before his next hospital visit. He walks out, leaving us in complete silence. The principal stares at the door, then at me. Next week, we're asking students to donate to my charity marathon. Perhaps Henry could. I stand up and leave too. That afternoon, the school nurse bursts into the disciplinary hearing. Stop everything. I just found this in my records. She holds up a folder. Henry has been bringing me receipts for diabetic supplies, asking which students need help. He spent $300 of his own money this year. The principal stands up. That's not relevant. Not relevant? Umar Edwards would be dead without him. You know what else I found? Your request to cut the medical assistance budget to fund that mascot. She turns to the committee. You're punishing the only student actually helping while the principal diverted healthcare funds for a costume. He was fired the next day.